by Dr. Bristol, who is she actually taught in the schools in Trinidad and Tobago, but she stayed in Australia, and I think now she's in Jamaica. And what was interesting is this whole notion of that because of our colonial past, it has informed our education system. Because remember, the education system, we inherited it. It's not like we came in and we created it. So we inherited this education system, and we inherited, regrettably, some good. Is a good thing, but regrettably some of the negative side of it, right? So for example, this whole idea of when children are in a classroom, do we promote cooperation? Do we promote collaboration? What do we do when it's time for tests?
It's called copying if you try to cooperate.
Right? We don't want to share. Don't speak. The teacher must function as the god, the master, right? So and sometimes, children know this, so they will want to be the teacher's pet, because they feel that then master will make them they could come into the house and he wants to the field, right? And so these kind of things, what are we doing when are we replicating this thing? Do we always have to be in control? Sometimes teachers feel a little uncomfortable. Let me tell you something, teaching, I am not a teacher, right, in terms of my substantive post, but I really pay honor to teachers, because you go into a classroom with about 30 children, and some of them may be engaged, some of them may be distracted from whatever number of reasons, some of them may be coming with some issues that we aren't able to always identify when they walk through the classroom and they need that care. Teachers play multiple roles, and then you have to come down and you have to get through a curriculum. And what do? We try to maintain control, because that's what we know. Don't speak. Only when I call on you, you could speak. What is that? That's very much like a plantation pedagogy. Yeah. It migrates. So I attended the session, and I sat and I started thinking, I wonder if I do plantation parenting. I have 2 boys, right? Cephas and Zephan, 3 years and 5 years. And if I say things like, be quiet, why must, so my mom, Cephas' grandmother, so the 5-year-old. My mom said to him, because he's just prattling away, right? Takes after his mother. So he's prattling away, and my grandmother said, she said, oh gosh, be quiet now. And he said, I want my mouth to speak, Grandma. And she just, well, back in my days, it wasn't no, oh, okay. Back in my days, what are you talking about? Slap, you're playing your rude. And then she smiled, she said, okay, he wants to speak. Let him speak, let him express himself. Why is it that he needs to be quiet? Because then you need to move from the room, I guess. If it is that you want your space, because it wasn't a communal room, it was a living room. And I started realizing how many things, am I so focused on control? So even with furniture, when we were purchasing furniture, someone said, the other purchase, you can't purchase this color furniture because you have children. I said, you know what? My children are not renting. My children live in this home. We are part of a family. So when I make a decision about whatever we purchase, if my husband's making a decision, we have to take the children into account. They get to put on what they want to wear. We just tell them you need to be practical. If it's raining outside, you can't go with flip-flops. But choose whichever shoes that is there that you want to wear. Those little kind of, independence you give to children, because what we've learned also from research
is
that
it's culture, right?